From his Central Texas Command Center, deep behind enemy lines, the information war continues. It's Alex Jones and the GCN Radio Network.
Darrel Rundus has owned several really big, successful companies. And Darrel also has started some very successful international Christian ministries that are very well known. And he'll tell you about some of that. And he's come out to some of the In the Fed protests with us and been spied on by the regular army. That we confirmed that. And he was down at the Tea Party down in San Antonio. My guy saw him down there. And he's here in studio with us today to talk about a host of issues, viral marketing, some sites he's starting, some things he's doing. And then he also came down here to Austin from Dallas to give me a donation, which we're not really soliciting, but last one he gave us, we did use for a bunch of prizes and contests we had. And I do want to get the space next to this to really build a proper TV studio. I thought going from 3,000 square feet to 7,000 square feet would be enough. Now it's not enough. Luckily, well, blessedly, right next to us is 7,000 more square feet. The economy's imploded. Cheapest stuff in town, $3,000 a month for 7,000 square feet. And we're signing the deal. We're getting it. But it's going to be tough for us financially. And with Darrel giving donations and things, I may not have to be up here so much pitching this, pitching that, because it's like a meter I got running with all these employees and TV and radio and almost $30,000 of IT and bandwidth a month. I mean, it's a lot. And as we get bigger and bigger, it becomes greater and greater. And Darrel found out that with Tyranny Crusher 1, they had $30,000 real bids, but the people bragged that they put in fake bids, so it got disqualified. And they sent us emails saying, you will never get the $50,000. You will fail. You will never sell that bullhorn. Well, it's Darrel's idea. They failed today. Darrel Rundus, tell folks what you decided to do.
Hey, well, I just can't believe people would rip you off like that. I mean, I'm enraged that people would take the...
They even posted it on their website with the file.
And brag about it. Does that tell you about the state of the world today? I mean, just the evil atrocity.
They even posted the eBay filing with their code and their name and how they put the $5 million bid in to screw it up.
Yeah, well, their loss is my gain. I guess what, Alex? I'm gonna pay you the $50,000 for...
Unbelievable.
Crusher 1, man. I can't wait to go out on the streets with you and we'll go protest the Fed at the...
Now that got attacked by MSNBC. They cut the wire, but you can have it soldered and fixed.
You can't have it.
No. Hey, Darrel, thank you so much, because we're going to use that to finish the new TV studio. But also, you're encouraging folks, your original idea, until I said, why don't you just take, well, you said Tyranny Crusher 1 when you found out, would be to get people to match at the Money Bomb, InfoWarsMoneyBomb.com.
Yeah, and you know, the bottom line is, look, Alex, I was here, about 6 months ago? You showed me this new place, and you hadn't had it done yet, and I'm honestly and genuinely amazed, and I'm impressed at what you guys have accomplished with so little. If people knew how hard you worked, it's like Michelangelo. Now, I'm not putting you in Michelangelo's league here, but when people were marveling at what he had done at the Sistine Chapel, you know what he said? He said, if people knew how hard I had to work to achieve my mastery, it would be no mystery at all. And that's the key to what you're doing. I mean, it's just hard work. In fact, I thank you for letting me come here today, because I know there's a lot of people out there who owe the fact that they woke up to the New World Order and to these evil atrocities and things that are being committed on the common man today. And the ultimate question they ask themselves when they first wake up is what? What can I do? What can I do? And hey, it could be wearing a T-shirt. It could be buying a bullhorn. I mean, it could be anything, but do something. Get up, get out, speak up, don't shut up, and never give up, or your liberties are gone. I mean, now is the time to make a change. In fact, you can make a difference. One person can make a difference. Take a look at Alex and what he's doing. He's just a man. Jason Burris, he's just a man. I am just a man. But God takes one people and he'll, duplicate them, and he'll create magnificent, amazing, miraculous even events occur if somebody's just willing of heart. They have the commitment, the dedication, the determination, and the will to carry it out, the perseverance that it takes to get up, suit up, show up, and never give up.
Absolutely, Darrel. You're doing a lot of stuff these days. For folks that don't know who you are, tell us a little bit about yourself and some of the ministries you've started. And you're going to be launching some new alternative media things for everybody to kind of go around YouTube. You're also got a new thing you're doing, because you're always wanting to spread the gospel. And even if people aren't into the gospel, they might as well know they can win quite a big prize with what you're doing there. Because as you said, you've sold your big business. Your attempt now is to wake folks up to the New World Order and win souls.
Well, exactly. I mean, when you boil it all down, one of my favorite, or one of your favorite analogies of mine is the who would trade their eyes for $1 million, right? And if your eyes are merely the windows for your soul.
And I always tell that wrong. Start over and tell it.
Okay, well, basically I say, hey, Alex, would you trade your eyes for $1 million?
Absolutely not.
How about $1 billion?
Never.
$250 million?
Never.
Not all the money in the world, right? Your eyes are valuable. They're precious to you. Well, if your eyes are merely the windows for your soul to look out, then how much more should your soul be worth to you? There's just nothing more valuable than someone's soul. And that's what we're really in a battle for. This is a struggle against good, against evil. And
I would say for $1 billion, I would give my eyes and then use the $1 billion for good.
Right.
But most people, would you give it for self-gain? No.
No, absolutely not. You'd have to be insane. I've yet to meet a sane person who would trade their eyes for all Bill Gates money. Okay. But the bottom line is, look, this is a struggle for good and evil. Evil is done in darkness. The truth is brought into the light. Every day you're here under the lights, out into the public.
Look at Bilderberg. Everything is in secret.
That's right. Exactly. Because they have things to hide. If you don't have anything to hide, you'll bring it into the light. So we want to expose people. And the cornerstone to a free society is a free and independent press. Without a free and independent press, we don't have a free society. So we're doing something that's going to give people a chance to make a difference. People ask themselves all the time. In fact, just last month, I'm in L.A. I'm having breakfast with a very well-known Christian celebrity, and I'm sharing with them some of the things I've learned and some of the things I've woke up to about the Fed. And
he just had the recent big hit movie, but we won't say his name.
Right, big hit movie. I don't want to bring up his name and do any name dropping. I know a lot of different people in a lot of high places. And
anyway, so you're out there, and what happens?
So, when you're a millionaire, right, and you're successful, and you've ran several successful businesses, people inevitably ask you questions about what do you think about the bailout? What do you think about the bankers? What do you think about the economy? And so one thing leads to another. Of course, I didn't start off with, hey, 9/11's an inside job. They would have thought I was a kook, right? So you start in the natural, you swing to some of these things, these harder truths that it's hard for people to comprehend because it is so evil. It is so atrocious. You think, well, how could our government be so wicked? How could they be so evil? So slowly but surely, I incrementally increased the amount of knowledge I'm giving this guy. And I knew he woke up because he asked the question we all ask when we first wake up. What can I do? What can I do? And I said, well, the first thing you can do is provide and protect your own family. That's your first responsibility under God.
Numero uno.
And then wake other people up. Do something. You don't care what it is. Use your celebrity, use your television show, whatever it is. Start sowing the seed. And I know, Alex, it's not about winning them or waking them up, right? It's also just about sowing that seed. And what they do with that knowledge is up to them after that. You don't have to wake them up. It's not your job to wake them up. It's your job to speak the truth.
It's your job to warn them.
That's it. You warn them. You wake them up, and you talk to them.
Yeah, we're on the walls of the city. The enemy's pouring towards the gates, and we're saying, hey, they're here. And if folks want to be idiots and not rise up and protect themselves, that's their issue.
Right. If they want to continue to let CDC come and take their kids, if they want to continue to inject their kids with poison that's going to kill them, so be it. But it's my job. I mean, I got to thinking about this. My wife and I last night were talking about how much would you have to hate somebody not to warn them that they're inadvertently or unwittingly killing their kids by injecting them or allowing the state to inject them with poisonous vaccines.
And it's a state that's been caught doing thousands and thousands of lethal tests on children and people.
No, it's all there.
I mean, these folks do it over and over again. Well, we should trust them this time. And then the HPV shots killing all these girls.
I mean, it's just one thing after another. You report on it all day. I mean, look at this stack of information.
That's just the last few days.
That's just the last few days. So, I mean, how much would
look at this Irish priest beat rape children report. I've got this stuff about CPS in Ireland that's run by the Catholics, mass raping.
Guys that are
Texas, hundreds and hundreds of the CPS are convicted criminals and pedophiles. That was in AP yesterday. I never even got to it on air while I was exposing the Child Protective Services. They're pedophiles.
We all finally, when we wake up, we ask ourselves, what can we do? And there's a lot of people who call you on air all the time, say, Alex, you need to do this, and Alex, you need to do that. Man, this one man, let me tell you, world, you listen good. This one man's doing more than 1,000 of you combined already, okay? So don't keep laying burdens back on him. And he didn't know I was going to even say these things. But
that's only some people. I
know there are people out there, they say, oh, Alex, you got to do this, and Alex, and that's great. But you know what? Maybe God gave them that idea. Maybe they need to take that idea and run with it and get up and go out and go do something with it. You're doing what God's called you to do, okay? You're the watchman on the wall. You're the point on the tip of the spear that's going to be the dagger in the heart of the new world order.
I don't know about that.
Okay? But we wanted to give people a platform.
That big black heart's full of acid. That might be painful with the dagger going in there.
Well, like you, dude, I'm tenacious, okay? Yeah. And I like to make a difference. I'm not one who wants to sit on the sidelines satisfied in my own success. I want to take what God's given me and I want to use it to be a blessing to other people and to wake other people up. And I couldn't think, as you know, I've talked to you, I've talked to Ted Anderson, I've talked to a lot of people about maybe doing a radio show. And,
I think you should.
Well, and that may, but I wanted to do something bigger. I don't think small. You know me, Alex, I'm 6'4". They just call me Rundusaurus. You may be the T-Rex. You can call me Rundusaurus. But
Rundusaurus. You are a great guy. No, but I've told you, that's what everybody you said over the years has told you, because you've started some media companies and other things. You need to get on the radio. And I know
what I'm about to tell you, what I'm about to unleash on the public right now, okay, this is something that the world needs. See, Once again, the cornerstone to a free and independent country is a free and independent press, but we don't have one. You know that, and I know that. And let me tell you, folks, if you are tired of being told the same propaganda over and over, parroted the same 5 or 6 stories a day by all the mainstream media, you're going to love this, okay? If you want to take control and you ask yourself, what can I do? You know what you can do? You can do news, okay? The power to change the world, I don't know if I'm on camera here, is right here in the palm of your hand.
Yeah, you are. You're on TV
okay?
right now.
It's in the palm of your hand. Pick up a camera, get up, go out, and start reporting things. We're going to unleash a new website, a lot like YouTube, without the clutter, without the fluff, without the craziness, a true independent journalistic website where people can upload their news stories, okay? And that could be anything from local news to weather to sports to business. One thing I would encourage people to do is what I call TV news review. You know, go watch the Glenn Beck Show, go watch the O'Reilly Factor, go watch CNBC and CNN and all those, and then a week later, make commentary on these comments these liars are telling you and expose them for the liars that they really are.